Your cold email offer is not what's failing you. It's not your copy either. And it's not even your targeting. It is simply the infrastructure, the most complicated, yet the most important part of a cold email campaign that you need to nail down. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly how I generate my clients $46 billion leads, schedule them 5,000 calls all across the board, and how I actually make my cold email campaigns successful. And as I said, it all comes down to the very basics, and the most boring part of it all is the infrastructure. Now, what this means is I'm not only talking about the platform that you're sending out your emails from, but also your domains and also your email accounts, the settings that you have in your email accounts and exactly how they are set up on the platform that you're sending out your cold emails from. Now, there's a few boxes that you need to check in order to make sure that the infrastructure is actually able to carry out your mission. Now, first of all, let's look at the platform itself. There's many platforms out there that you can use to send out your cold emails. However, in 2024, most of them fail. And the reason couldn't be more simple, yet it is costing a lot of people a lot of money. The reason is that they are not using several IP addresses for their clients. Now, what this means in simple human terms is that in order for a platform to host cold email clients and their campaigns, you need to be attached to a physical IP address somewhere in the world, right? Now, if you have just one client who's using the platform and they are just using this one IP address or this one server, fantastic. It's probably going to do really well. However, if this platform has thousands of clients and all of these thousands of clients are only connected to one server, meaning one IP address, then if one of the leads of one of these clients just decides to mark one of those emails as spam, and if that happens a bit more times than just once, then this is going to mean that all of the clients who are using the platform are going to be affected by this, just because it's all connected to that main server, right? So that main IP address. Now, to overcome this, you want to use several IP addresses and several servers, so your platform could host a lot of people, right? So a lot of people could send out a lot of cold emails and be jolly, get rich, because if your clients get rich, then you get rich, and then everybody's rich, and everybody likes money, right? I do. Anyway, the problem here is that why most people don't do it, or why most platforms don't do it, is because it's really expensive. And of course, when you want to cut costs, then it sounds way better to have just one server instead of, let's say, 1,000, right? But the cost here, especially now in 2020, when cold emailing is harder than it ever has been before, it is super important to actually have those quality servers and have a lot of them if you want to host a lot of clients. Now, what I do for my clients is that we have a lot of different servers because we have more than one client in lead overload. So if one person decides to just mark somebody as spam, that doesn't mean that any of the other clients get affected. Of course, it is a bit more costly, but it serves us well, because if my clients make it to the inbox, they're happy. If my clients are happy, I'm happy. It's a very simple equation, let's say. Now, the second aspect is the domains. Unfortunately, not all domains are the same. Same goes for domain extensions. So .com or .net or .org or .io. My favorite .io is a very expensive domain extension, unfortunately, because it is very cool, in my opinion. But not all of the extensions are the same, and not all of the domain servers, or where you can buy domain hosting platforms, are the same either. So just to name a few, we have Namecheap, we have Porkbun, we have GoDaddy, we have Spaceship, we have a lot of those different platforms that you might have heard of as well, but they're not equally the same. And that's very recent news as well. I mean, we still, of course, need to collect a lot more data on it, because maybe those problems are going to be resolved, but some platforms have been starting, and it seems like it, at least I don't have the exact data, but from the data that I analyze daily for my clients, it seems like some of those most popular domain hosting platforms are starting to get banned by Google and Outlook. So this is why even when you have a perfect platform and you have very quality email accounts when your domains are bought from a certain place, then this is not going to be too good for you. Hopefully, again, it's going to get resolved super quickly. Fingers crossed, I do hope so, because that is just another another aspect of a big headache for cold email companies or just companies using cold email to figure out. But yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. Again, not to add like any more complexity to this, but it changes all the freaking time. So the cold email market really, like, new things come up, new wonderful things, new problems come up all the time. So it's very important to keep yourself updated, to keep yourself engaged, to actually know what is working and what is not working, because I mean, there's a lot. Now, let's say that you have beautiful domains. I personally, right now at least, have found Spaceship. So this is a domain hosting platform for myself. So this is like one of my new favorites. It's not a very popular one yet, but it seems like their quality is really through the roof. I mean, I've gone with like I've tested a lot of different providers, but this is one of my recent favorites. Now, the third part of it is having quality email accounts. Now, funny enough, Google's original email accounts are not always as good as you would think that they are. I mean, sometimes, of course, when you buy from Google, it is a premium price and you would expect premium quality. But when you're working with a lot of volume, then having those email accounts not perform as well as you would like them to, it is not a very pleasant thing, obviously. So just to be very open here, I am using a partner company to get my email accounts for my clients, just because the quality is so much better. And this is, of course, something that you would need to do research on yourself as well if you want to spin up a cold email campaign. If you just want to send out 10 emails a day, I mean, you can do it with one email address and you don't need like a big setup. But if you want to send thousands or even tens of thousands of emails a week just to reach more people, to maximize the chances of actually getting more leads and getting more clients from it, then you want to work with volume and quality. So you just need to know the right people, need to know the right providers. So I do really much encourage you to do your own research on that when you're getting into it or when you want to take it to the next level. Now, another aspect to keep in mind now when we're talking about the email accounts is that you cannot send out 100 emails from just one email account, because this is gonna seem very spammy to Google, to Outlook, to other servers out there. So you're likely never gonna make it to the inbox, even if you have an amazing platform, even if you have an amazing copy, amazing targeting, right? So what you want to do is, when you get a domain, let's say like one domain, then at most have 3 email accounts per that one domain, no more. Otherwise, your deliverability is going to drop. You're never going to make it to the inbox. Of course, if you want to send more, for example, you want to send out, I don't know, a bunch of domains just get more, or a bunch of emails just get more domains. So per one domain, max 3 email accounts, no more. Now, how many emails each email account can send out is also very specific. Start low and then build your way up there. I would recommend doing not more than 20 to begin with. So 20 emails a day to new leads, and then 20 follow-up emails. Even start like that. What I do is start with 10. So when it's a new domain, new email addresses, then I start with 10 emails per email account per day. And then over time, I build it up. So then it gains trust, the email account, so you can just send out more emails in a safe way, ensuring that you actually do make it to the inbox. So now this is it for the, I would say, very exciting operational side of things. Some people say not as exciting, but this is by far the most important aspect when it comes to a successful cold outreach. You need to have your operational setup like perfect. Otherwise, it doesn't matter how great your targeting is, and it doesn't matter how great your copy is, because it's just never going to make it to the inbox. Now, if you are a business owner and you want to scale your company, then I have left a Calendly link down in the description. So feel free to just book a call with our team and we can talk about scaling your company. And if you're just starting out and you want to test it out on your own, and if you have any questions, just drop them down in the comment section below and I will get back to you. Have a great day.